In very unusual circumstance, the House passed the Mining and Minerals Bill shortly after 10 p.m. on Thursday, with less than 100 MPs in attendance. Despite the airborne geophysical surveys undertaken in 2011, indicating the presence of over 27 different minerals across the country, the sector only contributes 1.4% of the GDP. The bill sponsored by government, therefore, sought to ensure more efficiency and transparency in the sector. Under Section 10 of the new bill, no person will be allowed to conduct prospecting, exploration, mining, processing, refining and selling of minerals without a license, lease, permit or approval. Any contravention of this section will result into a fine of 500 million shillings or imprisonment not exceeding 5 years or both.
We had put a fine of up to 1 billion Ugandan shillings, which is 50,000 currency points, or 5 years imprisonment. But yesterday, Parliament, in its wisdom, said that was too stringent, and they reduced it to half of what we had proposed.
This now heightens the level of due diligence, which has not been in existence in the past. What we have been seeing is every Tom, Dick, and Harry coming up and claiming that he has money, can be engaged in mining activities in this country, and the following day he's in business.
The sharing of royalties has also been streamlined under the past bill, with government taking 70%, district local government 15%, sub-county stock town council 10%, and the owner of the land 5%.
The mining is done, the people just come and tell you, leave this place. We want to do prospecting, we want to survey. And the local people were never part of what goes on there. You stay on the land with a lot of riches like gold and any other mineral, but you remain the poorest people.
The past bill has also made it mandatory to have a production sharing agreement between government and the mining company or individual before works can begin. The intention is for government to get more proceeds aside from revenue.
As of now, government only gets, the revenue government gets is only from taxation. And this is amazing that you own the resource, but someone comes, removes the resource from the ground, and only pays you tax.
However, Parliament deleted sections 122 to 147 that sought to regulate the exploitation of building substances such as sand, clay, and stones for commercial purposes. Government had proposed a fine of 200 million shillings for a person, for example, who mines sand or clay for building purposes without a quarry license. Now the House wants the Energy Minister to table before Parliament a separate bill to regulate such substances within 6 months.
For sand to also be attached to the high-value minerals like the gold, like the granite, like the oil, which ends up in the hands of just the few privileged, it is better to leave some of the minerals to directly go into the hands of the native Ugandans.
It would make the cost of construction expensive. Like us in our region, in Bulisa, we have sand. Now you can imagine the local person who is mining sand to ask him to get a license. It is impossible.
The bill now awaits assent by the President before it becomes law. Herbert Ziwa, NTV Weekend Edition.